All right, a very good morning and welcome to yet another exciting edition of a top flight television program, Morning Ride. And of course, it's a beautiful Monday morning. And what keeps me excited about the Monday morning is that it's a beautiful day one, and of course, a happy new month, July 2024. 1st of July. My name is Onometano. And beautiful Lilibet is in the house.
Good morning and happy new month. It's the first day in the month of July. Wow, so we're in July. Well, you know, one thing I just asked myself, where is this year running to? Papa, slow down. 2024, slow down. We don't know where you're running to.
It's a leap year.
It's too fast.
No. For me, it's not fast.
It is so.
You know why I say it's not fast?
Why?
Time does not wait for anybody.
I know, but
Tick
the
tock.
pace at which the pace at which June ran was really too much. When did I celebrate my birthday here? January, and all of a sudden we are already at the middle of the year.
Yeah. There's this poem I used to recite years ago as a child. Tick, tick says the clock. What you have to do,
Do quick.
Shikena.
Okay, so well, no matter what it is, we are still happy that we are alive. Yeah, we are happy that we're alive, and then we give God the praise. You know, within the week, so many activities took place, so many things happened, and there was one tragedy that happened within the week around the Ekpa, I think that's the Ekpa bridge, where a woman was seen at the top of the bridge. You know, I think it was depression or something was terribly wrong with her, and she was at the top of the bridge, or rather the bridge top, and she stood by the edge, you know, by the edge of the bridge, and then the next thing she jumped all the way from the bridge top and hit herself on the floor. She died instantly. She bled. In fact, she bled to death. And my pain was that people were watching her. People had their cameras on. They were catching a glimpse of that woman standing there. Vehicles were driving past her at that bridge top. Nobody could run to go help her or talk her out of it. Now this brings me to the same clan, or would I say the Western world. If they see somebody trying to commit suicide, they run to that person and they sweet talk the person and get the person out of that state. They cannot just stand, watch, and see somebody trying to commit suicide, and all you do is take your phone and you video her, so you have something to post.
Yeah.
And in their presence, the woman jumped, and somebody, I think the one that was catching the video, the one I watched, the person was saying, see, she's about to jump, and nobody could help. At least people were supposed to go underneath in case she jumps, but probably get her, you know. I don't know, but I think something could have been done to actually avert that tragedy that happened that day.
Absolutely.
It's such a pity.
Yeah, absolutely. You are very correct, because I also saw that clip, and the remarks that actually followed the undertone of that clip was that, yes, okay, after exhibiting this attitude, tomorrow they will go to church and say, yes, they're Christians. You can imagine the heart of a human being. We show very wicked act to our own man.
I'm telling you.
Because what, like I would have expected. You see, by the time she took that leap, you know, we had quite a number of people that would have rushed
Yes.
to where, as she just took that leap. Because they were very close to her. They were underneath her.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
They would have just rushed to where she was, and she would have landed safely.
On their hands.
And probably that was what she wanted. A safe landing. So that she wouldn't die, but she has made the attempt. The people will now come to say, why? And none of that. If not for soft talking, you know, Nigerians are, it was disheartening.
It was terrible.
And tomorrow people will say, we are Christians. You are a Christian and you are using your phone to watch somebody.
To watch somebody that is trying to kill herself, and you're not moved. You don't have that sympathy. Nothing.
You know.
You have a heart that is as cold as ice. It was really painful when I saw it. I just asked myself, these people standing here now, is it that they just couldn't do anything to help?
No,
it was terrible.
They
I'm
were more
telling
interested in capturing their social media, so that they will now post, you know, and begin to write different things. Some people say depression. Who told you it was depression?
Even though
it can be anything.
Even though it was depression.
And that was one of the news of the week.
Yes.
And another one again, still on this same suicide. I don't know if you followed through that story. A young guy from Ika, doing so well, running one of these logistics business. I don't want to mention the name.
Oh, okay,
running
okay.
this logistics business.
Yes.
Doing extremely well. The guy from his own apartment to
story building.
Yes.
And jumped.
You know,
What is
I wrote a note to his younger brother. This is how you
distribute my
properties. Then called the daughter, and also almost saying the same thing. You know, and the undertone was that the daughter was from
another woman,
and a strangled relationship. That and all of that. So I began to wonder why. Okay, what must have caused these guys death now? What must have led him to committing suicide? I'm still bewildered by the attitude of people who just wake up and say the next thing is, I want to go and commit suicide. And for that big boy, a lot of people say being so rest in peace. But to me, so will not rest in peace because why? No, let me tell you why. He has caused sorrows
to people,
to a lot of people. I was very sad. I said, look at this boy who is rendering wonderful services to humanity. People. Now you go and you wouldn't expect me to be happy that he killed himself. I said, you also will not even rest in peace because first of all, you have caused sorrows to a lot of people. The people who work with him, for example, that company will definitely go into oblivion. It's going to fold up.
The company has been wavering for a while now. They weren't that strong again, like how they used to be when they started.
But he had other conglomerates.
It's possible.
He had other conglomerates.
But we don't know what happened. We don't know what caused his.
Was he financially indebted?
We have no idea. And nobody has come out to say anything about it. So we don't know. We're just hoping that this suicide thing is becoming unbecoming. It's getting too much, getting out of hand. I think people should be willing to watch your neighbors, watch each other. Look out for your neighbors. Your neighbor might be going through a lot and will not be able to speak out. Some persons don't know how to speak out. But if you meet this person, if you notice the changes in your neighbor or your friend or someone around you that used to be very lively, all of a sudden you notice some changes, please walk up to that person and ask questions. The person could be going through a loss that you never can tell, or the person might not even be able to speak out. Sometimes people share their problems with people they can trust, people that they don't know, okay, you can give me advice. But sometimes some people, because they don't trust you, they don't know who will laugh at them with their problem or use their problem to talk down on them. They decide to keep it to themselves and bear the brunt. But if you notice that your neighbor is going through a lot, or that happy, cheerful person has changed into something else, walk up to that person and ask what the problem is. And then you can come in and help in any way you can help. If you cannot help, you seek help from people. Let's watch out, please. Because I'm sure if that woman had a neighbor that was talking to her, or somebody or a family member that talks to her on a daily basis, she wouldn't do what she did. Because I want to believe that it was really out of depression. Because the way she stood at that bridge top, yes, because the way she stood at that bridge top, you could tell that this soul is not happy. She was so sad. You could tell. Well, because she stood there for a while before jumping.
Thinking now. That reminds me of a case of a Yoruba woman who also wanted to commit suicide, and she stays in the compound where there's a well, and she made attempt, people said, no, please, he said, no, you should leave her alone, that is going to kill herself. He pleaded, okay, oh, yeah, go now. Eventually, she now took off and they left her. Immediately she got to the well, she put her first leg in, and looked very deep, brought it out, put the second leg, very deep, brought it out.
That one is not ready. She's not ready for cesarean. She was looking for attention, and she got the attention. Instead of embracing the attention, at least she would have gotten help. She decided to throw it away.
So she came back and said she wasn't going to kill herself any longer. We will go about that.
Okay.
But the debt, Nigeria, the economy actually is also enough.
The economy is not smiling, no.
It's also enough to cause some level of depression.
Tano, do you know that there is no pepper of 200 naira anymore?
No, it's not even called pepper any longer.
It's called what?
Tinubu.
There is no pepper of 200 naira. The pepper is now 500 naira. Imagine those tiny pepper you used to cook just to spice up your food. It's no longer. If you go to the market and ask them to give you pepper 200, they will look at you and throw their face away. They won't even answer. They won't even talk to you. If you ask them for 300, at least then we used to buy 300. No way. 400 uncle. It must be 500 naira.
Let me tell you what happened recently. The guy went to the market and said he wanted pepper. He was looking at the pepper, but they didn't answer. He said they don't have pepper. Another guy came and said, give me Tinubu.
And they gave
me pepper.
It's something else. It's become I don't know what is going on. Okay, I used to buy dry pepper. The dry pepper, I used to buy the modo because I buy the modo and I grind, it's better and cheaper for me that way than buying the little ones there. I buy that modo at the rate of 3,500 naira. That's the tomato clapper can, the big one. I buy at 3,500 naira. Tano, ask me how much it is now. I went to the market, was it on Wednesday? I went to buy same dry pepper, not even fresh pepper. 12,500 naira. From 3,500 naira times 3 upgrade. Crayfish that we used to buy, I don't even want to go there because I must not use crayfish to cook, no problem. It is something else. I don't know where we are headed. I don't know where we are going to.
Most homes now use cucumber, carrot.
Don't go there.
That's also expensive.
Don't go there. Carrot is very expensive. There is no carrot 200 naira anymore. Before we used to buy carrot 100 naira, but right now 500 naira worth of carrots is just three tiny looking carrots. Then 5 strands is 1,000 naira. So how many of it will you buy to make your stew? So carrots, don't go there. I think the best we should just do is palm kernel.
Okay.
That's the best. If you have it in your village, good, fine. Just banga, just go have your palm kernel. Or you manage and cook palm oil rice. Palm oil rice. Maybe you want the stew to be reddish. Could use palm oil and make your stew. But in all, we give God the glory.
The palm kernel also cheap.
At least it's better, it's fair. It's fair, yes. And some persons have it in their farm, so they can go there and, make do with it. But in all, we still give God the glory, that no matter how it is, we're still surviving. There used to be a saying that anyhow it be, Ogoro must jump.
And he jumps to the front.
And we will keep jumping to the front.
Yes.
So we don't have any fear.
Yes.
All right, so that's all on that. We have this DTSG commences distribution of the third phase of palliatives to 25 local government areas in Delta State. Besides, the Delta State government has commenced the distribution of food palliatives to the poor and vulnerable houses, households, as well as widows and persons with disabilities across the 25 local government areas of the state. The secretary told the state government, SSG, Dr. Kingsley Emu, who also is the chairman of the State Subsidy Palliative Committee, charged the coordinators and members of the 25 local government area of the state to ensure that the items for distribution get to people affected by the subsidy removal. Now, this is what he said. But we don't know. You know how it is with palliatives. You know the story we get whenever palliative is being distributed. The sharing process is always a problem. I don't know if they can have a committee that can look into the sharing process, because most people complain that they don't even know that there are palliatives disbursements. Talk more of getting to them.
But the truth
how is it shared?
The truth, you know, I don't know the prerequisite or the modalities at which they use in judging. If you say widows,
yeah,
beautiful as a profile, you can the widows can be profiled by saying, okay, if you know you're a widow within XYZ ward, using the word words, there are various words where they stay, their catchment, where they stay, right? You can pick them out. Then you now say poor. Who are the poor?
Who are the poor? How would you classify a poor man?
Because within the context of Nigeria, we used to have the bourgeois, the middle class, and the lower class, right? The middle class is no longer in existence.
Where are they?
The middle class is not exist any longer.
Okay, but so we have the bourgeois,
and the
lower class.
And the lower class have come to that they have not fallen into the category of the poor.
If you say there are no middle class, so what class do you belong?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
bourgeois.
I'm vulnerable. I'm telling you. I'm vulnerable.
I thought you were about the bourgeois.
No, but do you know what it is to be a bourgeois? Yeah? You know what it is to be a bourgeois?
Yeah, I know you now.
You must be running 24 hours generator 1. You must have your fridge well stocked 2. Then you must be driving a very good car 3. This is what we are pushing. See those things that we are moving around and focus.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't know how it's good. Yes.
I don't want to say poor man, but if we're vulnerable, they should bring DPS. They should bring that palliative here. They should bring it here.
Okay.
I'm telling you, because if you give me a bag of rice, I will thank you so much.
But you know, I think we had someone some time ago who came here to talk about the sharing modalities. He said, you and I are not among those that will benefit from the palliative. Why? Because there are people out there that are poorer.
They are not out.
That cannot even afford 1 square
meal. What is
your
yardstick for measuring a poor man?
A man that cannot provide or that cannot afford 3 square meal. In fact, 2 square meal.
Okay, how do you identify those people?
Okay, in their locality, let's say the local government, when you go there.
Have you gone to the market? You
when you go there,
the number of people that come to the market every day?
No. When you go there, there are some very, deep villages where the poor people. If you go there, like in your village now, those people that are very poor. Those people that whenever you are around, when you visit, they will run to your house and say, uncle, they know you are around, that they can get something from you.
There are very few people that stay in the village. A lot of people have moved to the cities. A lot of people have moved to the urban towns. They have moved to Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Asaba, Benin. And
are they doing well there?
Do you know? If I want to say this is a poor man, I'll go to the north. Because in the north, you will see them clustered. 20 of them sitting down on the ground, nothing. Will you see that in your community? You will not now. I won't go to my village now and see men idle. No.
Mature men with children.
They have gone into the bush to look for people who are building houses and all of that and say they are collecting their rent. Will you say those are vulnerable? Will you say those are poor? See, we have been in the system, right? For me to have existed well over 40 years and above, these politicians are the ones that will take the right bet. We know them now. We eat and dine with them on a daily basis.
Well, we
who
just...
will we get to? That's the truth. So that guy who came here and said, it's not, if you go to his house, he has about 10 bags of rice that they have said they should bring to him. What perimeters are they going to use? In my community, they say one Dr. Paul Owe is in charge. How many people will he give? He will give to his associates, concubines, right? Relations. Because there are no vulnerables there. If you say widows, oh, beautiful. Beautiful, because they don't have husbands to take care of them. Fine.
And they are easily spotted out.
Then the physically challenged.
Yeah.
You understand? If you call this category of people, you don't say poor man. Who's a poor man? Every poor man is a vulnerable person.
All right.
We are not rich. I'm not rich.
That's for the state. And now over to the nationals. President Bola Tinubu has rolled out the National Construction and Household Support Program to boost agriculture and manufacturing activities in the country. Items under the National Construction and Household Support Program include a one-off allocation to states and the Federal Capital Territory of 10 billion naira for the procurement of buses and the CNG uplift program. Number 2 is the delivery of a 50,000 naira uplift grant to each to 100,000 families per state for 3 months. 3 is a provision for labor unions and civil society organizations. 4, the deployment of 155 billion naira for the purchase and sales of assorted foodstuff to be distributed across the nation. This is a beautiful one, very beautiful. You know, we appreciate the president, we congratulate him, and we know that he is actually looking out for the good of the masses. But the problem still lies on the sharing modalities. Now he is saying 50,000 naira each to 100,000 families per state for 3 months. Who are the families that will benefit from it?
Very good.
Who?
It boils down to this same discourse.
Yes.
That, you know, what are the modalities? Because you see, a lot of people have cried on the president. This man has good intentions.
Of course.
Why don't the state, through their IGR, replicate what Mr. President is doing? A lot of people are crying on Mr. President. Oh, you know, why don't the states themselves do their own? You want to tell me that the states don't generate revenue?
They do.
Tell it about.
They do.
They do. Do you understand? Let me give you a simple analysis. They will tell you the state or a particular state like Jigawa now can tell you, we want to empower people. You know who those they are going to empower? They are going to empower their fellow politicians' daughters, their fellow politicians' sons. Family. But you who is not connected to that politician, you don't have a way. We have seen it. Do you understand? They say they want to empower the girl child. Okay, the girl child, will you go and bring the vulnerable or the poor man's child? When you see them at all, most of these 1,000 people, 1,000 people, there's a political patronage inside of it. Do you understand? So they still give it to themselves. They won't come and give a poor man's child now. Somebody come my child now and say, come and let me empower you. Who am I? Bloody civil servant like me. Do you understand? But let an SA or a senior special assistant tell that my daughter, they will take the child. Or my son, they will take the son. So these are the people that benefit. You know, Mr. President, he has good intentions, beautiful. Do you understand? But the state governments, right, individual state governments, need to complement what Mr. President is doing. You understand? And that's the truth.
You're actually
That's the
right.
truth. Okay, 150. 150. How many are we in Asaba here? How many are we in Warri?
100,000 families.
100,000 families. How many in Asaba? Okay, you want to say, okay, you want to share it into 25, the 25 local government. 100,000 into 25 gives you how many per local government?
I think
10.
I think what Nigerians actually need is not cash palliative. I don't think that's what we need, because if you go by cash palliatives, even the vulnerable ones, the poorest of the poor, will not get it, will not benefit. The people that will benefit are still those that are in the system that will benefit. Okay. So what Nigerians actually need are like these CNG buses now. That'll be coming out. That's what we need to help transportation system, you know, to cushion the effect of high transport rates. Now then, our farmers, you give them more crops, should be assisted. Not only giving them crops, but giving them security so that they can go to their farms with peace, with ease, not having the fear of herdsmen or kidnappers coming to the farm. And also these herders bringing their cows to the farm to eat the crops, to destroy the crops. You know, I saw a video sometime, I don't know when it happened, but I saw is it the Fulani people, the guy that takes care of the cows. You know, he was busy chopping down all the corn, the maize that were being planted in a very large farm. He kept on bringing them down with his cutlass, and his cows were devouring them. And his colleague was just getting him on video, and they were so happy doing it. This is to tell you that we have done it. You can't do us anything. That's what it means. If there was security on that farm, I don't think that boy would go into that farm, somebody's farm, and destroy the crops. You know how much the person put in that farm.
Are they supposed to go into your farm?
Are they supposed to go into your farm? No.
When you see this place, this is a farm. You walk past.
If you're looking for food for your cow to eat, you go to the bushes and cut grasses for your cows to eat. Yes. Why destroy somebody's sweat?
That's why they said there's this strong agitation for ranches. You know, where you can keep your animals. Then you just go cut, just like you said, go to the bushes, cut grasses, bring to them to eat. Do you understand? But rather you just be talking to an animal as if you are talking to a human being. How can you control that animal from, destroying? If you don't give them a central place where they can have all they have to do with pasturing, and take care of their animals.
It's no longer the animals that destroy. It's now the men that destroy. Okay. So if you can give, if the government can give farmers more crops, make available more lands for farming, people will key into it, because there is serious money in agriculture.
Oh, what are you saying?
Serious money in agriculture. I have a friend that has a rice farm. That guy will never lack rice in his life. Even his family and close associates will never lack rice. Even if he sells at lower prices, it's still okay. So if we have those things, it will be better. It will really be better for us.
With all due respect, I think that insecurity is one area that is actually lacking, and it really takes the grace of God, because when there are no farmers to go to the farm as a result of insecurity, then you don't have food. And we are supposed to be a producing nation. Not a consuming nation.
We are blessed.
Do you understand?
Natural resources.
Nothing stops 3 states. Say, okay, let's come together and begin to produce. There was a documentary I watched there on how a country produces cow leg, package it inside sauce.
Cow leg.
I'm telling you.
I don't understand. Cow leg.
I'm telling you, cow leg.
They packaged it inside.
The way they chopped it,
and sauced it.
Yes, I was thinking I was going to have my friend send me, so I'll play it. right? The way they chopped it, not the way we use butcher knife to kill it, as if it's sawed, pieces into fragments and sauced with the usual sauce and packaged neatly. Do you understand? These are producing nations, not consuming. And that is where we are supposed to be.
Yes, so
Do you understand? That's where we are supposed to be. Look, okay, where how many states produce in Nigeria? How many? There are a few states.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So until we get to that point,
Until we get to
it's,
that point,
it's grace.
yes.
You know, so we'll just take our very last story before we go straight to the papers.
Okay.
The Goza.
Now let's.
Goza. You heard about the Goza in Borno State now?
Yes.
Massacre, 18 people were killed.
Yeah, were killed. A little
And,
girl. So in fact, the suicide bomber was a
Well,
little girl.
4 women who tied explosives.
I wonder what they have told those women. But because if it's the men who will understand, they used to tell them you have virgins up there that are waiting for you. But the women, what would have prompted them to accept such acts?
They have been brainwashed.
That's what I'm saying. What did you tell them? Did you tell them that their husbands up there?
Borno is a state that, you know, this unleashed terrorism actually started from. Do you understand? Because I followed the Jide Ogunsonwa analysis, and that state is not today.
It's been a while.
It's been well over 20 years that they've been unleashing
Yes, Borno is just
terrorism in that state.
That's true.
Even when the current governor, who is a professor of engineering, has tried to bring in modernization, right?
Still did not.
No. And it's a very small town. Very small town. They don't even have bridges that are blocked.
So is it that these terrorists want to empty everybody in that town?
They don't want education.
They don't want the town. They want to take over the town.
They don't want education.
But that's not the only town that embraces education.
Well, you see, Borno State is one of the biggest states after Kano. So it's big.
I don't know what their reasons are though, but it's really
look at the incident. Look at the incident.
Wedding. The wedding ceremony.
Yes. Went out and bombed 3 women, 4 of them. Went out and scattered the place.
Massacred people.
Killed over 18 people and 19 seriously injured. So I've not even been since her. You know.
All right, let's quickly look at a national celebration before we take our papers. Today is Doctor's Day. Yes, let's take a moment to give thanks as we honor all medical professionals on Doctor's Day. So this is saying congratulations to our doctors for helping us stay safe, helping us stay healthy, because it is not easy at all, you know, going to the hospitals, seeing the doctors, what they see, what they pass through, trying to treat people, you know, even the sight. Sometimes you go to the hospital, you cannot even look at injuries or what, but these doctors, they do all this. They go into surgery, they spend hours in the surgical room, they do a lot. They bring forth babies. In fact, I celebrate doctors. I wish I was a doctor. I celebrate doctors today. It's not easy. It's not easy, and I pray that they will continue doing the good that they have been doing.
What about the nurses?
Okay, the medical world, in fact, medical practitioners, I celebrate here all today. Not only doctors. Yeah, I celebrate all today. So that's all on National Celebration today.
All right, that's how we'll drop it this morning on trending issues. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at what the papers are saying. The first day in the month of July. Thank God it's a beautiful Monday morning. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Stay with us.